Well, hey guys, it's been a minute since I've done an update, so kind of wanted to bring you up to speed a little bit on what I've been working on. There's been multiple projects, but I'm going to kind of just talk about them a little bit, I think. So flip you around here. So one thing that I did is I got this wall, little wall above the brick here under the porch. I got that all framed up and sheeted and got some house wrap on there. So that's all done. So that's going to come around with these gables, kind of same, probably some smart side on there when we're all done. And then these ceilings will eventually get covered, but that might be a next spring kind of a thing. So I wanted to get this stuff all ready for the mason to come back and fix these doors. So one thing I did here is I poured a concrete step. I don't know if you remember, there was this weird transition here, and there was like some sections missing out of the concrete where there was the old brick. So I got that step poured. I just did kind of a broom finish on it, and really happy how that turned out. Oh man, there's some dirty socks. Kids have been out here playing. So that was one thing I did. And then on the other side here, so I got some temporary doors up just to kind of keep the wind out a little bit. So I did kind of a similar but different kind of thing on this side. These doors are so deep. You can see here now that I got it marked here where the inside wall is going to go, the inside of the inside walls. So I built this the same plane, and then this is going to get a deck that's going to come in here. So when I see for sure what the thickness of the decking is here, I'm going to have to figure out about capping this and then have this come in. So I'm not sure how that's all going to come together, but I capped the brick for now. I got it all liquid nailed and anchored in there, so that's good. I had to do that in order to get all this framing put back in here. So it might be a little hard to show with these doors here temporarily. But what I did is I had to put all this framing in here and foam it really good because it was just a mess with all the blocks and stuff, the old block wall. Maybe I can show it a little bit over here a little better. But yeah, so what I did is I had to do some planing and get this to fit against the block. Some of it I had to plane to get it to fit right, but I anchored it really good. I foamed it, got all that voids filled in there. So anyway, and then he's going to fill the brick in on that side a little bit and then fill the brick in here. And so that should come out centered in the opening when he's all done. The mason, he's going to come and do some work for us. So that's something that I don't want to mess with, is brick. So that was one thing I did. And then, now that I'm inside, hey, check this out. You probably saw it a little early in the video, but I got a little bit of framing done in here. Oh, there's some other things that have changed in here. For one, I think, yeah, the subfloor, I had talked about that, but I ended up insulating and sheeting just for shear strength and all that, all this exterior wall that was here. So I'm going to frame a wall inside of that. But I just kind of wanted to strengthen that up because there's no plywood on the outside. It just has that old insulation board. I wanted to add some shear to that. So I did that. I got that all. And I kind of wanted to enclose it in case, you know, it's not completely mouse-proof and all that. This didn't need it because that's solid header across there. That old doorway that was in here, I just used some scraps of plywood and I got that all insulated. It was deep enough I could do 2 layers of insulation. So I got that all that. I put some extra scraps up there where my other insulation is going to meet. But then, so that's closed in. This one here, I just using up scraps. But I just wanted to kind of secure that for the insulation before the other wall goes in front of it. So I did that. And then all the little walls above here, I got those all sheeted with plywood. But then, yeah, I got some inside walls built, started. Anyway, so right now what I did, I got to get electric hooked up in here, but I just got this ran last night, this wall here, and you can see it's extra thick here. On this side there's more space because there's no block wall. Right here's where the block wall starts and goes on. Anyway, that really helped out with doing that. I left the windows for now because I'm going to change out the windows. So I wanted to give myself some room, but I have to still pull all the old insulation around the windows and then seal those up. But yeah, so I'm a little scattered here, I guess, and all that I'm going to show you. The other thing was, along with insulating all this part to get it sheathed, is I ended up insulating up in there in that gable end And then I also put some 2-inch rigid insulation, which I still have to foam around the cracks. That gives me an R23 up in there in that wall, because I was able to get R13 up inside there because of that outside wall that I did to even out with the bricks on the outside, if you remember. And then doing this 2-inch rigid, I was able to do that because my plan is I'm going to have an insulated attic. Like, I'm going to be able to access this, a conditioned attic, I should say, because it's just going to be drywall here. I'm not going to do insulation here. I'm going to do it up against the roof, because that way, if I want, I can do storage out of this part here where the stairs are up in there, or whatever I want to do up in there. Anyway, but yeah, so here, this is kind of nice because I have this, but also with this wall that I built up here on the outside, that's a whole 2x4 wall. So I was able to put R13 up in there. I have all the extra insulation out there beyond this stuff. So I'm insulating every cavity I can find. This thing should heat and cool like a dream when I'm done, because I'm going to have all that R13 out there and probably another R13. So I'm going to have R26 in this part, and then it won't be as much here. I thought about doing some rigid insulation, but we'll see what I end up doing. I might end up doing rock wool insulation. Not sure yet on that. But so one thing I have to do, I still have to address the old insulation yuck in this windows here, but that's going to get switched out to a single window instead of a double. And I'm rambling on here, but all that to say is I'm ready to build these walls pretty soon. But for now, I'm going to keep the studs out of every window section for now so I can get to the windows and stuff. And yeah, so I'm really happy how things are coming along. So I wanted to cut inside here, and I set up my workstation. I really wanted to use my Festool chop saw, but the blades are expensive for it. So this one here, I thought I'm just going to set this up good enough for chopping studs, but this will still help. I have a foot switch to run it. That way I don't have to worry about turning it on manually every time. So this is pretty nice. Just hit that guy. Yeah, love Festool vacuums. They really work well. That's all I'm doing right now, is getting ready to frame the interior here. So, hey Caleb, if you're watching, hi buddy. Just talking to you on the phone, and it's good to catch up a little bit. And it's kind of fun that you're remodeling your house too, up in the north. So, yeah, we could do a little north and south battle, you know, if you want to make some competing videos showing what you're up to. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. This is kind of a lengthy update, but I kind of wanted to just do kind of a catch-up video with all the stuff that I'm working on. And I might show the interior framing some more as I go along. But right now, just kind of, yeah, wanted to do a catch-up on all the stuff I've been doing. I do have one more random thing, actually. So that random thing is I had to pour a little concrete footer here. This was a window that went into the crawl space, and we closed it off. It's all insulated on the inside. It has 2 layers of treated plywood, actually. But the brick guy is going to brick that in, and so I had to pour a footer for that, just like I did over here. I don't know if I had showed that, but I might have. But I did pour that footer for him the one time, so that there was where that porch was sitting. Got a nice footer so that he can lay the brick. So he's coming tomorrow. Just dropped some sand and mortar off yesterday, and that's all ready to go. But so what I did here is I had to do the same. This old doorway here, I had to close it in and anchor some treated boards, treated 2x10s to the wall there on the inside, and then treated plywood and insulate it really good. And so that was the outside, but that was all something I did too. So man, the projects, yeah, it's been really busy. Lots of random stuff. The other thing that I did is I picked up the perforated metal that I'm going to be putting on for my drip edge here. So that's coming out soon, my roofing video, which will probably hopefully come out before this one does. But yeah, just thought I'd give you guys a quick update. One thing that's in the back of my mind, even though I'm not living in Montana anymore, winter's still going to come to a certain extent here. So I have to think about winterizing, or at least prepping my camper to stay warmer so my water doesn't freeze, septic, all that stuff. So even though I want to work fully on the house, my attention is a little divided still, because I have to also keep my well pump house from freezing. So these are the things, winter problems. But yeah, thankfully I'm not dealing with the kind of winter that I was in Montana. Really thankful for that right now, because I'd be shoveling snow in my driveway right now and plowing that. But anyway, each place has its pros and cons. But no, Caleb, I do not have mosquitoes here. you know, besides maybe the occasional one or two, but thankfully not much. Anyway, appreciate you guys. We'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.